Well, someone never believed it, someone was skeptical, but the facts do not lie. Today, Ukrainian army has started a massive counteroffensive in Kherson region. And what makes it even worse for the Russian army is that all the major bridges are either partially or completely destroyed, which basically means that the thousands of Russian soldiers in this region are potentially encircled. And the most delicious cherry on this cake of Ukrainian counteroffensive is that the Minister of Defense of Russia, Sergei Shoigu, has been reportedly removed from his position. But more about all of this in just a couple of minutes. What's up, investors? It's the Russian Dude, and I hope you had a wonderful weekend. And let's go straight to the point and talk about the counteroffensive of Ukrainians in Kherson region. Because starting this night, Ukrainians were massively shelling the positions of Russians. And all kinds of military objects have been destroyed, such as military warehouses, military bases, and military vehicles. In addition to that, the notorious Donetsk bridge has also been under attack. And as you can see from this satellite image, which was taken on August 26th, the bridge was already partially destroyed before the counteroffensive of Ukrainians, which basically means that more recent attacks destroyed it even further. And soon I will talk about why it is so important for Ukrainians to destroy these bridges, but first of all, a little bit more footage from Novokakhovka. As you can see from this video, it has been reported that Ukrainians were able to destroy another Russian military base. And right here, for example, in Tyaginka, we can see that Ukrainians were able to destroy another military object of Russians. Okay, and before I summarize the counteroffensive of Ukrainians in Kherson in general, here is just one last quick video from Berezlavl. And as you can see, it has been reported that Ukrainians destroyed another Russian military base. Okay, and now as promised, let's talk about the bridges and obviously the importance of this counteroffensive. If you remember, for the last several months, Ukrainians were targeting these major bridges in Kherson region, such as Antonovsky Bridge and bridge in Novokakhovka. In addition to that, as soon as Russians started building these replacement pontoons, Ukrainians destroyed them as well. One of the reasons for this is so that obviously Russians will not be able to resupply its army in Kherson front. But at the same time, the absence of these bridges will most likely not allow the remaining Russian soldiers to evacuate from this territory. And to be honest, we might be talking about dozens of thousands of Russians who are potentially surrounded right here. So, according to the Ukrainian side, they were able to breach the first line of defense of Russians in Kherson region. But at the same time, Russian infiltrator in Kherson Kirill Stremausev, he mentioned that Ukrainians completely failed the counteroffensive. The Minister of Defense of Russia also confirms that this counteroffensive by Ukrainians was completely unsuccessful. And in addition to that, they also claim that they were able to destroy around 30 Russian tanks, 30 armored personnel carriers, and several Ukrainian planes. And the losses of Ukrainian personnel are around 500 people, while Russians almost didn't lose anyone. And I mean, we have probably close to 100 videos from Kherson region showing the complete dominance of Ukraine. So I would say that I'll leave it up to you which side you want to believe. And by the way, if you want to see all this footage, especially the one which I was not able to use in today's episode, please consider checking my Patreon. All the proceeds will be donated to Ukraine, and you can find all the useful links down below. Okay, and right before I talk about the response of the Russians in the south, as well as some videos from Crimea, here is just literally one last statement about Kherson counteroffensive. And this statement came to us from the military expert Zhdanov. He's basically saying that Ukraine has selected a long but very safe method of liberating Kherson. And one of the arguments that he brings is that Ukrainian army was able to split the Russian army in two parts. And right now, as mentioned previously, a very big chunk of it is basically surrounded in this territory. And to sum up, according to this map of fires, we can see the main directions of Ukrainian counteroffensive. But okay, now let's talk about the response of the Russians. The first video comes to us from Mykolaiv, and while I'm going there, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel if you like this style of daily updating. And as you can see right here, one of Russian missiles landed dangerously close to Ingulsky Bridge in this city. Then we go a little bit more to the south, to Yevpatoria, and as you can see from this video, it is a Russian air defense system in action. And right here is the picture from Sevastopol, where it has been reported that one of the Russian military objects has been destroyed. And before we talk about another escalation around Zaporozhye nuclear power plant, here is one last video from Crimean Bridge. And as you can see right here, Russians are bringing a lot of military vehicles. But at the same time, the majority of them are engineering type of vehicles, which most likely will be used to reconstruct bridges. Alright, and now let's talk about unsettling, but to be honest, very important update from Zaporozhye nuclear power plant. So not that long time ago, the International Atomic Energy Agency has made a statement that they will be sending their representatives to Zaporozhye nuclear power plant. At this very moment, they are on the way to Ukraine and their mission is supposed to be held from August 31st all the way until September 3rd. And at the same time, the Russian infiltrator in the Zaporozhye region, Evgeny Balitsky, he mentioned that Russia is ready for any potential outcome on this power plant, including the tragedy. And the timing is kinda suspicious, don't you think? I mean, these representatives, they are only coming in a couple of days, which means that Russia still has time to do something on the power plant and obviously blame Ukraine. And basically, yes, not even long after this statement, the territory of the plant has been once again under attack. And as you can see from this picture, the roof has been partially destroyed. And get this, below this roof, there is a nuclear fuel storage. In addition to that, there was several attacks against Enerhodar, and as you can see, a local neighborhood was caught on fire. But alright, before I show you extremely mysterious video from Donetsk, here is just a couple more footages from the south. For example, in this video from Melitopol, we can see Ukrainians destroying military objects of Russians. Then if we go a little bit to the east, to the city of Berdyansk, we can see allegedly Russian military base being destroyed by Ukrainians. But unfortunately, in response to that, Russians were shelling a civilian neighborhood in Kamenka. And as you can see from this video, the upper floors of this residential building have been completely destroyed. Okay, so here as promised is this mysterious video from Donetsk. And as you can see, some kind of sound waves are traveling across the sky. And just first of all, let me know in the comments what do you think it is. And if you are as confused as I am, according to different media reports, this is the electronic warfare system of Russia called Kherson. But besides that, here is even more important footage from the east. And first of all, right here, we can see allegedly closed combat in the village of Piski. And then, right here, in this video from Makiivka, we can see allegedly chemical factory which was occupied by Russians, which is now destroyed by Ukrainians. Then, if we go a little bit to the north, to the city of Bakhmut, we can see the consequences of Russian artillery strikes against the civilian areas. And if we go a little bit more to the northwest, we can see the consequences of Russian shelling the civilian neighborhood in Slovyansk. In several seconds I'll be talking about the Minister of Defense of Russia, Sergei Shoigu, potentially being removed from his position, and if it is true, it is extremely important news. But just first of all, just let me show you a couple of videos from Kharkiv. And as you can see from this video, the city center has been under attack by Russians. In addition to that, a local Kharkiv school has also been severely damaged. But as soon as shelling stopped, the city residents started cleaning up the streets, which only once again proves the unbreakable spirit of Ukrainian people. Okay, and now let's talk about potentially something extremely big, I would say even colossal, which is the removal of Sergei Shoigu from the post of the Minister of Defense of Russia. According to the British intelligence, the reason why Shoigu is about to receive one-way ticket to Siberia, it is because of his ineffectiveness. Many Russian generals, officers and even soldiers, they constantly criticize Sergei Shoigu for his lack of actual war experience. They say that he often gives commands based on just theoretical knowledge. And long story short, as a result of this criticism and complete absence of any success in the front in the last couple of months, he's potentially being removed from his position. Welcome to another episode of Ridiculous Russian Propaganda. And right here we have the video of the Russian police detaining the members of elite car club called Rich and Successful. The majority of the members are pretty young people who dress extravagantly and I would say that the appropriate name for this club should be Rich and Successful Parents. But anyways, the organizer of this event is this guy you see right here, Alexei Khitrov, who reportedly made his fortune in trading cryptocurrencies. But anyways, back to the mass detention. It has been estimated that approximately 200 crypto millionaires, dropshipping experts, binary option traders and other scammers were supposed to participate in this event. And the only purpose was to just drive around Moscow, show off their cars and do some illegal street racing. But the only one thing they forgot is that they're in Russia. And if you assemble hundreds of people in the same place with the same goal without any official approval from the government, this is automatically considered to be a protest. And you guessed it, the rich kids are arrested, their cars are confiscated, and the organizer Alexei Khitrov is under arrest for 15 days. And yes, if you want to see what types of cars these crypto millionaires brought, feel free to join my Discord. In addition to that, if you want to support my work, please consider becoming my channel member. Thank you so much for your attention, stay safe, and see you tomorrow.